Hello everyone and welcome to my 2021 Disc Golf in the Bag. My name is Kyle DeLorenzo and I have been playing for about 1 year so far. I started in the beginning of the pandemic since I had a lot of free time on my hands and been playing regularly ever since. So I'm doing this video to kind of document how my bag has evolved and changed over the past year. Since I started out with just the Innova starter set being the Shark, the Leopard, and the AVR, my bag has certainly come a long way since then. So why don't we get to it? This is my Latitude 64 E4 bag. I got this recently because my previous bags could not hold enough discs for what I needed out on the field. So I needed something with more storage, and this certainly has all the storage you need. It holds, I would say, close to 25 discs. There's extra disc storage in here. I haven't even used all the storage quite yet, but this is going to be a perfect disc golf bag to grow with me as a player. So why don't we go over the most important disc in anyone's bag, which is going to be your putter. I carry two of them, one for putting and one for more approaching, and what these are dynamic discs Wardens. This is my go-to putter. I like the way it feels in my hand, just fits comfortably in, get a clean release, and it does the job. What more can I say? It's just a fantastic piece of plastic. So another important set of discs in my bag are the putt and approach style discs, and I carry two of them. Now I have a Get Freaky zone, Crystal Flex, and a ESP zone. I rely on these heavily since they feel very comfy in my hand, both forehand and backhand, and that's going to be a common theme within my bag, is I can throw most of these discs both for added flexibility. Now I rely on this Get Freaky zone because of its over stability. It finishes reliably left for me every time, and it allows me to curve around objects like trees in the wooded courses that I play. And the other one, the ESP, I can rely to go much straighter than the Crystal Flex version of this disc, and it's a great putt and approach disc. Can't say enough about that. So the next set of discs in my bag are going to be the mid-ranges. Now, since I've started playing, I began to rely on these less and less because I feel that the putt and approach style and fairway drivers kind of fill that gap, but these still help me for those tough in-between situations. So first we have the Shark, but an evolution of the one that I first got into my starter pack. I have a Shark 3 here, Champion, and I love this one for forehand shots, and it's a little bit flatter than the regular Shark, and I use this for those tight wooded courses as well. And next I have my custom Shark. This is a G-Star plastic, and I love the way that this thing bends. It's a little bit domier, so it kind of tends to have more of an S-curve than the Champion one, which is a little bit more stable, but this disc gives me great mojo because it's actually a disc made for my father, who is the King Leo. So we have our own Team DeLo discs, which is a lot of fun. And next I have my most stable of my mid-ranges, which is the Mako 3. And funny story about this is I actually found this while on vacation in South Carolina. The course director there said, don't go off in the woods since there's snakes and alligators, but I threw one of my precious 3 discs and I had to go get it. In the process I found this, which has been really a game changer in my early days. I found a disc that was able to go straight for me, so rely on that for those tight, wooded, again, narrow shots. So the last mid-range in my bag is my Champion Rock 3. Now I rely on this as a more overstable mid-range, so I can have it reliably fade to the left at the end, and this is probably my most used mid-range now. As my arm speed starts to pick up a little bit, I'm finding that these more overstable discs work better. I know that's a little bit of a flaw in form, but while on the course it certainly makes it more competitive. And now on to fairway drivers. So this is something I haven't really thrown much until later in my 1-year disc golf career, since I really couldn't get them to fly straight, but as my form's been improving, I've been able to throw these with greater and greater success, and the first disc to really do that for me is the Latitude 64 River. There's just something so floaty about this. It has a glide of 7, which is very high, and this is the first disc I actually learned to throw a drive on. It really got out there for me, so it was a great beginner disc. To complement that, I have a few others. I found great success going from the Leopard to the Leopard 3. Again, I like these because they're a little bit flatter. It allows me to both forehand and backhand these. And it gives me a very predictable fade, little S-curve, and it's very, very useful for me and my game. And last we get to my favorite driver, which is my T-Bird 3. This is a staple in my bag and something I can heavily rely on to get those straight lines with a nice overstable finish. This disc flies pretty stable for me, and I love the design on the Ricky Wysocki version of this disc. And to complement that, I have a few other of these in case I lose one, since it's such a staple in my bag. If I lost one, I would be kind of devastated out there on the course, so I carry 2 extras. And then lastly, we're gonna get to my distance driver. I only have one so far. I'm practicing with this Champion Wraith. I found pretty good success with this forehand. It's a little bit lighter at 166 grams. And I found in some situations I'm really able to get this disc out there and farther than other people throwing. So it's something I'm kind of experimenting with, but so far a good result. And the last disc in my bag is Champion Firebird. Now this thing is pretty darn overstable for me, so I use this as more of a utility disc, whether it's for overhead shots or get out of jail kind of scoobers and whatnot. It's just really a tool that I can rely on the overstability for, so tight getting around corners, maybe skip shots, that sort of thing, so it kind of fills that utility role. This has been my 2021 disc golf in the bag. I'm excited to see how this bag evolves over the 2021 season. I'm excited to get back out there as everything starts to warm up again and play more disc golf. So I wish everyone good luck out there on the course.